Hey, it's me, Ann Farabee. My COVID journey, part 2. A journey can be defined as a long and difficult process of change that you travel through. To travel through means you go in on one side and come out on the other side. I was on a journey, I was in a process of change, I was determined to travel through and come out on the other side of COVID. From the very beginning of my journey, it was as if an enemy was attacking my body, trying to take away who I was by keeping my focus on my sickness. The timeline: day 1, temperature 99, headache, achy, breathing problems. Day 2, I felt completely normal. Day 3, temperature 100.5, headache, achy, weak, breathing problems. Day 4, COVID test was taken. 12 hours later, results came, positive. My first words as I saw the results: oh no. Day 5, a 10-day isolation order and a family quarantine order of 14 days began. Our grandchildren could not go to school. Charles and my son made sure all precautions were taken for our family so they would not get the virus. But my son got the virus on this day, but got well 4 days later. With the restrictions in place, people we knew realized that getting needed items like food, groceries, medical, household, personal would all be very difficult for us. God sent angels in human form to minister to our family during this time, and we accepted it. Day 6, there were daily calls, emails, or texts from the Get Well Loop, the Health Alliance, or the doctor's office. Otherwise, I would have spent these long hours worrying if I needed a question answered. I was able to rest at home, had resources to do so at this point, and the ability to stay connected with medical professionals. They became my lifeline. Day 7, the symptoms that had already arrived still remained, and new ones continued to join them. A rash, a cough, sore throat, and I know it sounds weird, but vivid dreams. Day 8, medically, every avenue possible at this time had been set in place for me to get well while isolated at home, and using what I had been told to use: Robitussin, Mucinex, alternative acetaminophen, and ibuprofen, along with 2 types of inhalers that I had begun a month earlier due to breathing problems. Oh, how my heart longed for getting well while at home, but it was getting to be too much on me and on my family. The emotional, spiritual, and mental all began to join in with the physical. I was starting to feel as if I was losing myself to the sickness. I was no longer watching TV. While lying in bed, I had stopped reading and paid little attention to my phone. Blurry vision and watery eyes had joined the other symptoms and were making everything much more difficult and much more scary. It seemed as if the only prayer I could pray was, "Lord, heal me." Late that evening, Charles peeked around the door of our bedroom to check on me, thinking that I was asleep. As always, he was wearing his mask, but all I could see when we made eye contact were the tears in his eyes. It broke my heart. I just took a deep breath. I closed my eyes. Okay, Lord, I hear you. I am not getting well. I needed to go to the ER. We went. COVID-19 was our enemy. Jesus 2020 would be our deliverer. Next week, I will be continuing to share my COVID-19 story. Thank you for reading or viewing it. If you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear from you at annfarabee@gmail.com or annfarabee.com.